What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, if it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing, family. I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Family, as you know, this is one of those late night broadcasts. Typically, I'm winding down, I'm chilling, I'm relaxing, I'm not bothering y'all at all. But I had to go live tonight. I could not lay down without addressing this situation. Fam, fam, let me explain something to y'all what happened tonight. In one of the most shocking moments in Oscar history, Will Smith stormed onto the stage and pimp slapped Chris Rock for making a joke about his wife, Jada. It all started when Chris Rock was presenting for Best Documentary during the 2022 ceremony. Chris Rock made a joke about Jada Pinkett getting ready to film a sequel to G.I. Jane to G.I. Jane. Now, this is an apparent reference to Jada having a shaved head. Now, Jada Pinkett Smith has been very open and vocal about her hair loss due to alopecia. Chris Rock said, I love you, Jada. You know, Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right. At first, Will was laughing along with everybody else, but Jada was, apparently, she was obviously stunned and she rolled her eyes and I guess Will read the room. Everybody else in the audience was like, they kind of showed their disapproval. And Will read the room and shit, man. Even when he was laughing, he seemed a little bit uncomfortable with the laugh, But he got up, walked onto the stage, and nobody's thinking that he's gonna slap Chris Rock, like at the very least, walk up and maybe crack some jokes back about him. That's how these guys do, But nobody's thinking that Will Smith, one of the most protected guys in Hollywood, one of the most, I would dare say, friendly guys in Hollywood, would haul back and pimp slap the host of the Oscars. I mean, I was just going about my day, fam, just having, just enjoying my evening and, just enjoying the company that I was with. And I heard about it and I was like, what? What? Let me check this out, man. I saw the video and I was like, good God. This is indeed one of the greatest moments in Oscar history. Now, after Will slapped Chris Rock kind of like, damn, Will Smith just came up on stage and smacked me. And then he just kind of like a trooper, just kept going. Like, he was like, yeah, so we're here tonight to give a documentary. And then he said, to give a Oscar for the documentary for da-da-da, clearly he was, he was a little off, first time I ever seen him, stumble like that during a presentation. A lot of people are giving Will props, as they should, but it's almost like people are giving him props as though this thing doesn't happen often in our community. I was talking to my homeboy Derek Muhammad, my brother, Derek Muhammad. And we talk about a lot. We have a lot of serious conversations. And we were talking about this situation. And Derek brought it to my attention. He was like, man, it ain't like we don't do this all the time. I mean, like, even if a man don't like the woman he's with, if you disrespect his woman, he is going to come for you. Because we see that when you disrespect our woman, even if it ain't our woman, if we're with a woman and you disrespect her, we see it as an attack on us. We see it as you're disrespecting us, not just that woman. We look at it like, oh, you think I'm a sucker. You can just handle me any kind of way. You can just talk to the woman I'm with. You don't know, the extent of my relationship with this woman or whatever. You don't know how I feel about this woman. You just being disrespectful to her. That means that you really are saying F me. You're really saying I'm a sucker. I'm a chump. So I got to show you that I'm not. So that's all Will did. Will did what any black man would do in that situation. And that is slap the shit out of somebody. Pimp slap the offender. That's what we do. You're not going to be able to disrespect our women, and get away with it. That we don't operate like that. We don't operate like that. In fact, you're less of a man if you allow something like that to happen. If you allow another man, I don't give it. A lot of times I hear a lot of these jokes about how if a guy is a big old dude and he disrespect your woman in some kind of way, then you kind of just take the L. No. That's cool for jokey jokes, comedy. That's cool. But in real life, a 5'6" dude will blow your head off. It don't matter how big you are. Don't matter how many muscles you have. If you disrespect that man, woman, he'll get at your ass. And that's on law. Yeah. So, yeah, this was one of the most interesting moments in Oscar history. And there is no way possible that had I cracked the joke like that, first of all, I don't feel like just because you're a comedian, anything goes. I don't feel that way. I love comedy, and I got a lot of comic friends. But it's certain things that I just feel like is off limits. I don't think everything is funny or should be required. Everything should be. Some things in my mind is like should be off limits. Like, I don't believe in making jokes about slavery. I don't like jokes about our heroes. Like when you make a joke about our hero, like something like it sounds disrespectful. Joke is joke. It's cool if it's uplifting our heroes. But if it's something that seems like it's kind of like, disrespecting our hero, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So Chris, a lot of times Chris probably most likely didn't even write that joke. Somebody, probably wrote the joke for him. And he was like, oh, that's funny. Let me say it. Nobody could have imagined that Will Smith would walk up on that stage and pimp slap Chris Rock. Will Smith couldn't have even imagined that. I was just thinking, we're probably going to have a very good night. Him and Jada are probably going to have a very good night tonight. And it's going to be an absolute, they may not even make it home before it go down. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're a woman and your man defend you on stage before an international audience, that's got to do something to your energy. It's got to do something to your hormones. It's got to make you feel really, really special inside. It's going down. It's going down tonight in the Smith household. It's going down. And rightfully so. Rightfully so. Man, can you imagine? Out of all the moments in Oscar history, this moment will be the greatest. This will probably be the greatest moment ever. Now, sad to say that it had to be a black man slapping another black man. Sad to say, but damn, man, you defend your woman's honor against anybody. It don't matter who it is. It's your woman's honor. You got to defend it. Now, here's the kicker. Will had to come back on stage and accept his Oscar, his first Oscar for Best Actor in the movie that he played in King Richard, where he played the father of Venus and Serena's for Venus and Serena. He played their father, in the movie King Richard. So, which he did, by the way, he did an excellent job. I thought that was his best acting gig to date. And he got the Oscar for it, and well deserved, well deserved. So he apologized to the Oscars. He apologized to his fellow nominees, but he did not apologize to Chris Rock, which tells me that he meant. He said it, he meant it. He did it, he meant it, and he was that'll represent it. You dig? Going into the comments. James M. Guess if you go to a comedy show, I missed it. Oh, yeah, there it is. Sit in front row, you shouldn't expect the comedian to crack on you. Yeah, totally different, bro. This woman's fighting a medical condition, and so it was a personal attack on his woman. So a little different, man. Like I don't think you can fault a man for sticking up for his woman if she's going through something. Alopecia, for a woman to go through alopecia, lose her hair, that is a very personal experience, and that is a traumatic experience for women. And it's not like with men. We can just shave our hair bald and we're accepted. But a woman, like hair is a very important part of a woman's life. And for a woman, to have to lose her hair and then have to shave her hair and stuff like that, it could do something to her self-esteem, and so you have to be mindful of things like that. And so, although Jada Pinkett Smith has been taking it on the chin and she's been documenting her experience and all that type of stuff, you got to know that it's something that weighs heavy on her. So you got to be cognizant of things like that. I just don't think everything is funny. I don't think everything, just because a joke is funny, you should tell it, because some things are funny and some, jokes ain't as easy to come by as many of us think. Jokes are very easy to come by for somebody like Dave Chappelle. He can throw them out like that. But most comedians are not built like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle is a unicorn. He is exceptional. He's in a total different class. Most comedians, even when doing specials, Dave Chappelle did like 3 specials in 1 year. Most comedians, if they do a special, they're doing one special every 5 years or so. Cat Williams being the exception also to the rule, but that's not easy to just come up with those jokes like that and be that swift, be that sharp. That's not easy. That's why I respect those comedians so much, man. Comedians, man, that ain't no easy job. That is not an easy job. So when a comedian get an opportunity to just, if they come across a joke and it's funny, most of them are gonna tell it. They don't care if it offends somebody or not. They're gonna tell that joke. Because if you can get a joke, if you can get a few jokes, that signature jokes, and you can roll with those, man, those jokes pay the bills. True too. What up? Melinda Suzanne. The real commentator thinks it was staged. Nah, that wasn't staged. You know they're gonna somebody gonna grab that video and slow mo it and show you in slow mo what really went down, right? Nah, that wasn't staged. Brian said he didn't watch the movie. Brian, you missed out, bro. That's your fault. You know, the movie didn't miss you. You missed the movie. That was a good movie. King Richard was a good movie. Andrew M says lawsuit. Nah, you talking about millionaire against millionaire. They're gonna chalk it up, apologies, whatever, shake hands and go separate ways. Millionaires, they don't do it like that. You know, if Chris Rock was broke, it'd be a different story. That would be no lawsuit. Chris Rock don't need Will Smith money. Will Smith don't need Chris Rock money. Uh, I think that's Aglbey Bay L. I don't know how to say the name, but this person says he ain't have to cry though. Yeah, I don't like all that crying, fam. I don't like that, man. All that crying. Stop crying. Stop all that crying, man. Yeah, I'm not with that. But I don't know, fam. Dude waited a long time to get that Oscar. He said he wasn't crying because he won an award, but I'm sure that weighed heavy on him. I mean, he's been chasing that Oscar for 30 years. And so I'm sure with all that work that he's put in, he's a few times he's felt like he should have got it and he didn't get it. And he probably thought he might not never get it. And when he finally got it, I'm sure he was overwhelmed. So perhaps other things in life, personal things that was going on in his life had something to do with the tears. But I'm sure also his personal career, the fact that he was denied so many times also played a role in those tears. So, typically I am not with men getting on television crying about and all that crying and shit. I'm not with that. But I'm gonna get dude a pass on this one. You know, hell, perhaps I'll be overwhelmed. I would be overwhelmed. They ain't never gave me an award. Even when I had the number one song, my group had the number one song on the charts. They never gave me an award. So, after us, if I all of a sudden came out of nowhere and was able to get something, get a major one, perhaps I'd shed a tear, but only one because two or more is not gangster. If I shed a tear, I'm only going to shed one tear. Not going to shed more than one, because that's not gangster. Lee Schaefer asked me, "Do I think his career is over?" Absolutely not. His career is not over. His career is absolutely not over. Like you gotta consider what provoked him to do that. They might ban him for a year or so, or whatever, but his career over? Nah, it's not over. Plus when he came back, he immediately apologized. He apologized to the Oscars. You know, he stated his case to, make it be, known that he wants to come back, wants to be invited back. He said that I hope that they invite me back. He apologized to his nominees and all of that type of stuff. So, um, in America, you could pretty much do anything and get away with it if you apologize. Americans just want you to apologize. They just want to bring you to heel. Like, apologize. Okay, I'm sorry. Nah. The only problem with saying I'm sorry is that sometimes if you say I'm sorry, they'll tell you to say it again. Like say it like you mean it. Say it with your chest. And they want to see some emotion. So really, 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 I'm sorry. So you got to do it like that if you're in America. So if you just apologize, you can probably get back in, you know. Americans just want to bring you down. They want to break you down, like make your mind. Get on your knees, apologize. If you do it like that and you apologize the way they want you to apologize, then they'll let you back in. It's simple. It ain't that hard. It's not complicated. But there's no way I would have accepted that though. Like you now I've slapped a few dudes, right? Here's what you got to understand about a man when a man slaps somebody, a man slap another man. When a man slap another man, at least from my viewpoint, anytime I've slapped another man, when I slap him, I think of him as like a bitch. Not a woman, but a bitch. Like use a bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, like less, like it ain't, it's no comparison to a woman. Like to say that you like a woman, that would be like disrespectful to women. Some of these dudes, they are way worse than any like human being could be. Like some of these dudes are like got girl, like they. I was about to say they got girl in them. They got girl in them, but it's like it's worse. It's something else. I don't know what it is, but it's worse. It's way worse than just not saying a woman is bad. Being a woman is bad, but I'm just saying it's like it's something different. Like it's not, it's an insult to women to call them to say that they're acting like a girl or whatever. It's an insult. They acting like something different. So when I slap one, it's like, like, hey, y'all know what I'm talking about, fam. Now, if somebody was to slap me, let me tell you something, fam. I can guarantee you, I can't tell you what somebody won't do, but I can tell you what they won't do again. I can guarantee you it'd be their last slap. Ain't no way somebody would slap me and I would expect, I don't give a damn if I'm hosting the Oscars. I don't give a damn if I'm hosting the Oscars. I could be on my way. I could be in heaven at the pearly gates. God could be right there. God could, you know how you call somebody if you know somebody in the club, if you know the club owner, and sometimes you really, really know the club owner come to the front and get you. God could be in the front coming to get me. You let a sucker slap me and watch what happens. I'm gonna give it to him. I'm gonna give him the business right there in front of God. God gonna have to make a decision right there on the spot. All right, Willie. You shouldn't have did that. You going to hell. Hey, man, I'll go to hell then. You ain't finna slap me. And I'm just gonna start back reading the what they call that thing? What do they call that thing that they read from? Okay, teleprompter. That's it. Yeah. No way. I'm just gonna start reading the teleprompter. You slap me? Oh, it's on. They would have been like, man, I don't know what Willie D said, but dude slapped him and he got dead on his ass right there on international television. He was whooping that dude so hard, his punches was going through his body. It was like he literally hit him in the chest and his fist went all the way through his chest and came out his back. Shit, ain't no way you gonna slap me, partner. I'm gonna accept that. I don't give a damn about no money like that. I don't care about no career. We can end it all right there. We gonna end everything right there on the spot. Give a damn about no Hollywood like that. I don't care about Hollywood like that. Hollywood and Oscars, and I don't give a damn about none of that. I wouldn't accept it. I wouldn't accept nothing like that ever. I'm not even, man, let a sucker slap me. He can have a pistol on him. Let him slap me and watch what happens. He gonna have to do me. He gonna have to handle me right there, right then and there. I ain't smart enough to live after that. You might well go and do what you got to do. because you ain't finna just slap me. You might well just go ahead on and finish up because I ain't accepting it. I ain't smart enough to finesse my way out of getting killed. You don't have to just kill me, partner, because I'm gonna bring. If I got any kind of action at getting off on you, I'm gonna get off. I don't give a damn about Hollywood like that, man. I wouldn't care nothing about no Hollywood, the Grammys, Oscars, Emmys, none of that. MTV, man, I don't give a damn about none of that. Stab me, man. It's on, man. I could be in a courtroom fighting for my life, sitting up there like being judged by a jury on a murder case or something. It could be assault, whatever. I could be fighting for my life. Let a sucker slap me and watch. They gonna see everything they thought I was. They finna see it. I'm finna get off. Finna slap me, partner. Hell no. He slapped. He slapped Chris Rock. Will Smith slapped Chris Rock and walked off like a boss. Boy had a suit on. That boy was suited and booted. Turned around and just walked. And he didn't just slap Chris Rock. He slapped him and Chris Rock went like, whole head went like, bam! Turned around and walked off like a boss. Nah, couldn't have been me. But at the same time, it couldn't have been me making those type of jokes about that man's wife. I wouldn't have done that. I'm not built like that. I wouldn't go there. I'm just not. I feel like you can get jokes without doing stuff like that. You know, I think you can get laughs. You know, you can get laughs without doing stuff like that. You can get laughs without telling slavery jokes. You know, Gretchen K, what up? Darren McGee, Xavier Wilkes, what up, Xavier? Kenny Sims, Nuruddin, Marlon Reed. What's up, Thomas Jordan? Another thing too, fam. If a man slap you, slapping him back is not how it go. You got to do him dirty. It's got to be worse than a slap. Got to be way worse than like slapping him back is the minimum you should do. That's the minimum. Got to put something on top of that. Mm-mm. Nah, fam. Got to put something on top of it. But you know, like suckers, chumps, cowards, they ain't gonna put nothing on top of it. That's why they get slapped. You got to think about what provoke a man to slap another man. Because he look at him like he less than a man. Because he look at him like, oh, he probably did something that was unmanly. So here you go. Yeah, that's how that go. Chris Garcia, what up? Gerald Kelly asked me if I never got slapped. I've been slapped. by my mama. More than once. Ain't no man ever slapped me. Never, ever. But like I say, fam, you can't say what somebody won't do. And I can't say what a person won't do because you can't see everything coming. I can tell you what they won't do again. I know that. I can tell you that. What's up, Serena? Serena in the building. Matt Tripp, Birmingham in the building. Elder Meachaw. What's up, Elder Meachaw? Christopher says, Will was wrong. It may not have been the best, the most tasteful joke, but that was a poor reaction. So let's say Will had just sat there and took it. Now what? I think it was great. We wouldn't be talking about it if he didn't do what he did. I think it was great. I think it was great to stand up for his woman's honor. And I would like to see it happen more often. People start going in on people's children, their wives and all that kind of, hey man, go get them. Get them. I don't think people should just get a pass for saying bitch talking reckless, saying anything they want to say. I don't think you should get a pass. I don't think just because you're a comedian, you should get a pass for saying anything you want to say. I don't think you get a pass just because you're a comedian. If that's the thing, you can get a pass for being a rapper. A lot of y'all got a problem with rappers. Rappers got freedom of speech. They hide behind freedom of speech. Like, yo, this is artistic freedom of speech. Y'all shouldn't be, if y'all believe in artistic freedom of speech, y'all shouldn't be having a problem with what rappers say, but you do. So if rappers got to defend, if rappers got to be held accountable for what they say, then comedians got to be held accountable for what they say. Politicians got to be held accountable for what they say, and on and on and on. People who express controversial opinions, they should all be held accountable for what they say. Y'all ain't got no problem holding rappers accountable. No problem. Y'all always riding on rappers. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Give me that same energy with these comedians and politicians. I see somebody on here using some foul language. I got to delete you, bro. We don't do that over here. You're going to talk like that, you got to go on another channel. We don't do all that over here. So as soon as I find you, I'm going to have to block you. Unless one of my moderators can pick it up. Y'all block that if y'all can see it. I mean, the chat is moving kind of fast. I don't know where it is. I can't see it right now. But if y'all come across it, You'll recognize it. Block it. Derek White, what up? Green Road. Ro Cheney says he never would have slapped a white comedian. That's possibly true, Ro, but we'll never know. We will never know. Because I'm sure in Will Smith's lifetime, he'll never slap anybody else publicly. So this is something we'll probably never know. I got me a troll. It's always good to block trolls. Gotcha. Yeah. Mark Jones said, reminds me of your song you started off, Don't Say I Didn't Warn You by playing them whole games. Huh. Yeah. Don't say I didn't warn you. All right, fam. I'm gonna read a couple more of these, send a couple more shout outs, and then I'm gonna shut it down. Let you guys get back to your regular scheduled programming. Vivian Mallory says that was the second time that Chris Rock clowned his wife in public. MT Cullen says Willie D getting all twisted in a pretzel trying to justify. I ain't gotta try to justify. I just say what it is. I ain't trying to do nothing. I agree with the slap. I would have done worse. I probably would have done worse. You know, I don't know if I would have went up on stage and got him right then and there, or if I would have got him in the green room. But I'm pretty sure I would have got him. I'm pretty sure I would not have let that slide. See, that's why I don't get invited to stuff like that. Can't play with me like that. B1, what up? Eye for an eye. The Void. What's up? What's up? What's up now? The Void. Corey Holcomb. Sure, that's not the Corey Holcomb. Should have clicked on that. All right, fam. Anyway, that's my time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, afternoon, or night, or morning, wherever you are in the world. Till next time, fam. No more talk.